Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I wanted to share with you today a quick unboxing and just kind of show you some of the craft things I've completed. So I received a package in the mail the other day. It was this beautiful heart with the bead and the wire work. It's a copper and it's, I think it's like, do you like heat it or you treat it so that the color of the copper oxidizes like that? I think this is beautiful, and I've actually been wanting to get a corded type necklace like this to wear. So that was super fun to get, but I have no idea who sent it. There was no return address. There was no note in the package. I don't know who did this. If you're that person, thank you very much. I love it. It's really pretty, and I'm going to enjoy wearing that. The other thing I wanted to share is just this little unboxing because I thought that the creator did such a good job. This is Art of the Book by Nancy Hulan. This is an Etsy shop, and I was just looking for some of those enamel pins to put on some of my book bags or book sleeves that I've made. And they're so expensive. I guess I don't really know why. Maybe just because they're popular, they can charge that, I guess, and people will buy it. But I felt like Nancy's shop was reasonable, and this was the type of pin I wanted, but there was no shipping fee, so I decided to get this one. And it just says, "I read past my bedtime." If you can't tell, I think that's super cute. I'm in a book club, and I just thought it'd be fun, like every month or so, to maybe collect one of these and put them on my book sleeves. So that's the next thing I wanted to show you was, this is our next read, by the way. So far so good. I haven't been able to get into too much of it yet because of other things going on, but it's a very interesting story and inspiring. So this is a sleeve I made for myself. It's got a mossy green inside, and I loved this brown, I don't know if that would be called calico, more just brown print. So and that works really well for this size book. I've made some bigger, I've made some smaller, just kind of depends on what you want to put in it, but this size kind of holds that average size, medium size paperback type book. And then I just wanted to show you these that I have completed. I think I showed this one already, but I have filled my needle books, whoopsie, with pins and needles, and one of these I gave to my granddaughter for her birthday, and these others I'm planning on using probably mostly in Operation Christmas Child boxes for girls. I know I've shown these, but they're now finished. They all have pins and needles in them, and I've sewn buttons on these. This is one of my favorite ones. I'm tempted to hang on to that one. And I made a few more. I'm giving a couple away. And I don't have a closure on this one because when I sewed it, the pattern didn't even talk about that, and I didn't think about it. But when I did these, the directions I followed suggested that. So that's why those have closures. And this one doesn't. And then the other ones, other sewing projects I have completed are these book sleeves. A few of them will be, 2 more will be going to members of our book club, and the rest I just sewed because I liked the combination of fabrics. This one has this cute pink in there. This is a pretty blue floral. I love that green. And then another blue with kind of a quilty looking inside. I thought this and that kind of quilt design worked pretty well together. And this is a bright, cheery polka dot one. A lot of these fabrics are left over from when I sewed surgical caps for my daughter's nursing staff where she works. Had tons of leftover fabric. So I've been using bits and pieces to sew various items, so it's just not sitting around, but I need to trim these up. But I sewed these lavender sachets a couple weeks ago. They smell super good. They're filled with lavender buds as well as rice that was coated or sprinkled with lavender essential oil. So they have a nice lavendery scent. I think that print is real appropriate too for these. Again, you know, just using up stuff. I have the lavenders left over from my daughter's wedding, and that's been almost 3 years ago. It's a big bag, and we just got more than we really needed. So, not knowing, we have that a lot left over. So that's going on there, and then I wanted to offer this as a little giveaway. I made these a while back, and I've shown this before, and they've just been on my shelf, and so I wanted to open that up for just continental USA applicants, if you don't mind this time, please. These are Traveler's Notebook standard size inserts, and they're junk journals, and they're themed in green, so I thought that would be a fun giveaway for the month of March because they're green themed and they're just mini junk journals. So if you're not familiar with that, I think it means kind of a little bit of a different thing to some people, but in my world, a junk journal means a book or journal, Traveler's Notebook insert, made of a variety of papers and miscellaneous. So I have pockets with little note things you can write on. Some of the pages are random pictures and like this from a little gardening book. This is just, somebody actually gave that to me for my junk journals. Anyway, they're just like random papers, scrapbook paper, printer paper, notebook paper, tracing paper, or cardstock, bits and pieces for little journaling cards, they call them. So that one has the ampersand thing on there, and then this one says Celebrate Life. I cut them all, and I hand sewed them, and they are attached with a waxed linen thread, so they should hold together well. Some of these are pictures from art books. You can see there's Van Gogh. This has these little places to journal in. Sometimes these are nice to use for a special event, like I'll do a December daily where I just have a book like this for the month of December and all the festivities. But this is just, you know, it can be a place to journal your thoughts, journal an event, maybe a little vacation or road trip. They're not real lengthy, but they are designed just to be used. So attach stuff to it, write on it. You can write here, you can write on the blanks, you can put photos, you can put ticket stubs or pamphlets or a little label from eating out somewhere. They're just kind of, I think, work well as a scrapbooky memory keeping type book, but certainly they can be used however you want to, a thought journal, a prayer journal, whatever. And then to go with that, there's a little packet here of ephemera, decorative pieces, some butterflies and little sticky jewels and tabs. I'm not going to open it because I'm afraid that won't re-stick. And more journaling cards. So if you are interested, you live in the continental United States, you're interested in this, I would be happy to send that to you in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. So that we have that green theme. It'll probably come in this popcorn bag, which I have coffee dyed or tea dyed, probably coffee dyed. I've done both, but usually I use coffee. Just comment below, say something if you would like to be put in the drawing for the junk journal giveaway. You don't, well, But just comment, and then I'll collect those comments and probably, well, we do need to set a limit, don't we? You know, I was thinking green for St. Patrick's Day, but it's not really St. Patrick's Day themed, so it could be for any time of year. So we will, let's see, what's today's date? It's the 3rd, so let's say see how well I think these things through. By March 10th, that'll give you a week. I'll draw the winner on March 10th. And what I do for that is just write down everybody's name on a piece of paper, fold it up, and I have one of my kids, probably my 15-year-old son, Drew, will do the drawing for us. So I don't cheat, but I don't put it in a big fancy computer drawing because I'm a pretty small channel, so I don't need to do that. So anyway, I thought that might be fun. Let me know if you want this, and thanks for watching this brief little video. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.